Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be checking out the newest episode of Demons of the Shadow Realm, episode 19, Sword and Bow. This episode dropped yesterday. I'm a little bit late getting to it. I just finished the newest Bleach episode I missed yesterday as well, and then I had to get into Demons of the Shadow Realm because I've been loving it so much. And then right after this, I will also be posting my reaction to the new Black Torch episode. And then tomorrow, I will get my reactions to One Piece and Mushiko Tensei out. Little bit delayed because I wasn't home this weekend, but I still wanted to get these out to you guys and just watch these great episodes of anime. If you are new to my channel, this is more of a watch along than a straight up reaction. So if you'd like the audio and or full video, you can sync up with your own copy of the episode. If not, you can see it blurred behind me and read the subtitles below me. I'll just give us a countdown. We can hop right into this week's episode. Alright. 3, 2, 1, start. That did not go. Let me do that one more time. Sorry. Back over. Okay. 3, 2, 1, start. Alright, there we go. Sorry about that. Gotta get back in the habit of recording. It's been a couple days, so. Plus, I honestly, I think one of these days here is I'm gonna change out my timer a little bit, so I can get it a little bit more accurate. Also, do we usually hop right into the opening in this show? I forget if we do or if that's not normally how we work. Sorry, I was just checking. We're also where we left off, we had Yuru going after left and right to fight Ivan. Um and then I believe we had Asa going to save the fake Asa, which is I'm really interested to see how that plays out, to be honest. Because as I've from my personal experience, I think both of the quote unquote fake ones from the village really care about Yuru, especially. I'm wondering what exactly the relationship with Asa is going to be like going forward. 'Cause I can't imagine we don't end up teaming up with them going forward. I mean, they might get, hopefully not. But the show is very gory and occasionally dark sometimes, just out of nowhere. Where are you? Oh, this is how she came to, so cool. I think, honestly, one of my favorite designs of, Surugai so far. I also don't think I've ever double checked if it's actually Surugai, which is the translation for demons. A little bit of a flashback. I think I'm on the right episode, anyways. But recognize that smell. Yeah, I guess it's important to figure out. I still don't think he ever confirmed if it was him or not. We know it's very, very likely those ones, though, because not only does the power perfectly fit the situation, they can smell the blood on it. Quite a bit of recap in today's episode. I wonder if we have more or less content in these chapters to adapt. Because occasionally a show will do this to more properly pace out a season for the episode count they have. I generally don't mind. I've been watching other stuff and been busy, so a little bit of recap doesn't hurt either. Wrong one. But yeah, here we go. This is where we left off. Oh yeah, the galaxy's loudest tongue click. That's what we actually left up on. Ooh, interesting designs. No chance that's working though. Oh, quick. This is not a combo you want to fight against. Yeah, power break seems like an absolute OP power. Get him. I actually liked that we fought Yin Yang and then it ended up being like one of ours, at least temporarily. So defensive. Respectable, to be honest. And she wasn't interested in killing kids when she was at the village. Truly a Brocon. Going against even things that she doesn't want to do or like, just to get him the information he wants. Those things are so fucking creepy. Who we got? Oh my god, it's the. This is a maybe even worse situation to find yourself in. Other ones will just take your shit. He's gonna kick your shit in. Danji's reaction on his face. Oh, he did show up. I thought he. Yeah, that's what I thought last episode, but the way it ended last week made it think that he was going after left and right. This is what I expected from his like character we've met so far. The alien skin mentioned. Sewer guy. It is sewer guy. I was looking at time. Because I trust them, huh? A little bit of tsundere. That is true. That's kind of why I expected he didn't show up. Yeah, the old man and Break showing up at the same time is a bad combo. I mean, she's not. Are you dead? Oh, God, I love her voice actor. These two are so fucking hilarious to me. I think it's the fact that yeah, the fact that you came is all that he cares about. Cute. Violent tendencies. Logistics office. Got some more business to take care of. What a little goober. God, I until he stands next to other people, I don't realize how short the master is, to be honest. Are we gonna make our way there? Yeah, okay. Just too nice of a guy. Yeah, a little bit back to normal in a sense. Eesh. Must be exhausted. You being controlled or something? Like a zombie a little bit. Acting. Just tired, it looks like. Oh, maybe it's being controlled. Oh my god, is he about to see left, right, and him fighting? Found the bodies, actually. I guess they're on the rooftop fighting. Oh, he's actually got the call off. I thought for sure he was about to get fucking just sliced in half or something. Rifle. I mean, good to know. Heroes is a little bit less effective in a way that he can maybe more effective, and then he can be a little bit more skillful with it and capture him alive. Bad news is right. Realistically, they should both play support. And then if left and right could catch him up, like into a spot where he's forced to like block or something and leave an opening, one of them can shoot, and then he might still dodge, but then that would leave him super open. With your permission. Fuck that shit. God, the effects on the eyes are so cool. It's so simple. It's just like white, like on the eyes, but it looks so good every time. Ooh. Yeah, left has a little bit more anger issues by, wait, it seems into the hand. You gonna grab it? That's what I was saying though, like, made him attack and left him open, and he still dodged it. Good location, picking right in the moon. This OST is going hard as well. God, left looks so buff right there in that, sequence of attacking. Dude, I phones in and crank the volume. I love this song. I think they've used it once before. You are kind of at a disadvantage. The fact that you're still moving and working this effectively is scary. But I also don't know if he cares. I feel like it's more of just a working deal together. Yeah, exactly. Like he doesn't even seem that worried. I don't know if I believe that. That doesn't actually surprise me. Killed. That's the truth. Is he gonna try and take someone? Stop. That my boy. Let's go. I thought that was their power. The red looked familiar. Oh, right in the thigh. And we still have one more. Also, that might have been a dangerous play because if he wants, he could get um Dara just blow his brains out now. Oh, he looks actually pissed. He looked frightening in the other episode where he was fighting, but he looked actually angry when he found out about the mole. It must have been for a client or he's lying. Yeah, exactly. He also might not necessarily lying. He might have cut off their heads, but just used the power and not actually cut their heads off. More from his dad. I believe in him. I'm loving all the sequences with him and his dad. An unsettled mind. They're gonna have to interfere. Could fight. I actually was not expecting that. I really love that because I mentioned we've started to kind of see there is a bond between them, but I feel like that's the moment where it's most came from Yuru's side because like that was deep inside. Oh, he noticed that. My plan wouldn't have even worked. He noticed everyone. Didn't want to use this. Oh, he's gonna teleport himself away, isn't he? Oh, wait, what? Quick with it. Oh, shit. So I hit my mic, but that was so sick. The dual wielding block, like the cross. Is it poison? Or all the cliffhangers in this show are diabolical. It hasn't been too bad in the more recent episodes, I feel, but man, that one was diabolical. This fight is so good. There wasn't even actually that much fighting in this episode compared to some of the other ones, but everything was so good. I love also the characterization of all of them is so good. Like the connection with Yuru and his dad is something we've seen quite a few times now with him teaching him stuff. From my perspective, it always seemed like he was preparing him for like the worst, like he knew something at some point was going to go down. So that's kind of the vibe I got from early on, and it seems like he's constantly teaching him everything, not just to be a hunter, but to keep himself safe. And I didn't assume when he said he killed the parents. My first reaction, you might have been able to see it on my face, I didn't really buy it. And that appears to be confirmed almost with the way he was baiting him out. So that is a good sign at the very least that it is likely. I have a feeling that we're only gonna find one of them. I think one of them is gonna be dead by the time we find the parents. That just feels like some anime shit and like kind of vibe I'm getting right now. And I wonder if it maybe would be the dad because we've had much more of a connection with him in the flashbacks and stuff than the mom. So maybe we find out he's dead and we meet up with the mom instead. That could be very interesting. Uh, those quickly, but so excited to see how this plays out. We have a couple more episodes, and um, I'm really excited to see where we leave off for the season because I think we're getting it's just like 24 episodes or something. I should actually be able to quickly check right here. Let's quickly. Uh, oh, maybe if I spell it right, that might help. There we go. 24 episodes. That is what we're getting, and it looks like no season 2 announced yet, but I have a feeling we'll likely get one. Might be delayed or not because I've, I think someone might have confirmed for me how much is in the manga. Because it still is ongoing, and I don't think there's like a ridiculous. Is their newest chapter maybe 56? So depending how many chapters per episode they do, we might be relatively close to that chapter. Um, 'Cause if they're doing like 2 to 3 chapters per episode, like we're probably cruising through the manga. So I honestly wouldn't mind if they maybe take a break for like even a couple years and then come back with a lot more content, do another 24 episode season, or maybe we'll get like a 12 episode one next time. But I'm getting quite invested into this world, the characters, everything has been very interesting to me, and um I'm just really excited because from everything I've gathered so far, there's a lot of little hints early on. The writing seems super like high quality, very much in line with a lot of her other works, which just makes me happy because going into a series from like an author you like can always be a little bit sketchy because you always want to go into it just expecting the best to enjoy it, but not every story connects with everyone. But some writers just got that fucking they just got it and they can make some really fucking interesting stories. And like, while there is some concepts that aren't exactly like brand new and fresh, and like I have said that it gives me like a lot of early 2000s anime vibes, there is just like this sense of something kind of unique with even the way the powers work, and they're not really all just like straight up like battle type powers, or I feel like what you would typically see in like a shonen anime, which was something I kind of liked in Full Metal Alchemist as well, which that fell a little bit more into the generic type of powers. Like alchemy itself wasn't very generic in my opinion. But like the way we advocated, like we had a fire user, an ice user, like a metal user, and like things like that. Um, Whereas this, I feel like it's all so unique, and like even having on top of it like the break and the seal power, and the connection to almost like those creatures. I don't know, I don't think Break and Seal, like the creature or like the beings that they go to after they die, would be considered a Surugai. I don't know though. Maybe it is because there technically is a pair of them. There's like a Break and a Seal, so it could be that is a pair. And it's just like maybe like the original or like a really ancient one or something like that. But unlike a lot of the other sewer guy, you don't like make a contract with it and like use it. You use like a power that it grants you. So just the more we learn about this world, just gets me more questions and more intrigued. So I think that's kind of all my thoughts on this episode. Actually, I wonder how exactly this plays into it. This whole cop scene, I don't think this would be included for no reason. Um, Especially in an anime adaptation, I feel like this is a content that could possibly even be cut unless it did have some relevancy. Like him calling the police is gonna be maybe involved next episode and get in either our way or Ivan's way, or Yvonne. I keep forgetting how you pronounce his name. I'm so bad with names. Um that's a real possibility, or maybe it leads to like a bigger organization or a different group or something that has connections with the police or something along those lines. I assume it's something like that. I don't think they would include that for no reason. Um, but yeah, great action sequences. I think more than honestly some of the action sequence, I really enjoy a lot of the strategy that is implemented. And like it often is like pretty talked about and like told to you pretty straightforward, but at the same time, they don't like I don't think they overdo the explanations of everything that's going on. Like realistically, all he said when Yuru was in the moonlight was he has backlight behind him and it's hard to see him. They didn't actually like explain like Yuru, I went up to this spot and I'm using the moon to block the your vision or something like that. He didn't actually say that, but it was implied from just the conversation, which is always important, I feel like, with writing. Because even like for some, it depends. Like I, for example, am a massive Glazer. One of my favorite series is Bleach. And that is a show that is so much on that line where you're, like, talking, explaining your powers and stuff. But in that line, it becomes more about, like, the writing and the wording and just, like, how the characters actually sound and speak. Because as much as I love Bleach fights and actions, half the time the shit talking, the dialogue, and, like, the poetry and everything and, like, the speeches are some of my favorite aspects. So I love that that is almost being carried over in this series as well, where, the conversations are always really good, but it's also very subtle, which is something that is different than what I was talking about before, which I also enjoy. Because I don't want every series to be the same. Like, I have a lot of anime that I love, and while I would sometimes like to see more of them, I kind of like when a series gets an ending, and then I can get immersed into someone else's world and see their story, how they want to portray characters and things like that. That's kind of what makes anime so special to me because I feel like with a lot of more modern, like Western maybe, or even most TV shows, like a lot of the times they get like dragged out or um, they aren't really made with, like, one person in mind, and, like, the an anime, it definitely isn't, like, one person, and, like, even a manga author has, like, a lot of, like, editors and things like that, but it comes much more from, like, a single person, I find, and, like, their ideas get a little bit less muddied up, and that goes the same for, like, a lot of other there is some, like, other kinds of media like that as well, but anime is just one that I personally enjoy a lot because not only is that something I really enjoy, but I also just love animation and art a lot as well. I would say another similar thing to that is, like, books are very much more like a single person story, and then when they get to adaptations, they often have so many different inputs in it that you can get something truly special, like, because even sometimes with an anime adaptation, it's not one to one, like, say, like, Ghost in the Shell movies. I'm watching Ghost in the Shell right now, which is a more faithful adaptation of the manga, which I really love, but also the movies were spectacular, and that wasn't one to one. So it's not like I need just one person's like creative input to enjoy a story, but I like when they feel more consistent and thought out, and even if like say an author like kind of steals some ideas or like takes inspiration from other series, as long as they're showing what they actually like and their version of their story, it's really intriguing, and I think with this author, all 3 of the manga I've read, or the 2 manga I've read, and the 3 anime I've seen now, because 'cause I've seen Silver Spoon and Fullmetal Alchemist, read both of those mangas, and then I've watched this anime, and every one is vastly different. There is some elements that are the same, like, a lot of the comedy and, like, the chibi, like, faces and stuff that happened are similar, um, and, like, the character design and everything is very consistent through all those shows, but there's just this unique fresh breath of fresh air about this series that's making it extra enjoyable for me personally. Um, I'm kinda just yapping. Haven't been recording for a couple days, so I just have a lot of thoughts on my mind about, shows. I've been thinking about them. Been waiting to hop into a lot of these. But that'll be it for this video. I still have to record my reaction to I almost said Black Clover, which is coming back soon, and I probably will be watching. But Black Torch, I need to watch the newest episode, episode 7, I want to say. I'm pretty excited to hop into that show. Um, Other than that, I will catch you guys all later, and I hope you enjoyed this watch along. Uh, Peace.